Hi guys, it's me, Boog.
And Dad!
And today we're going to be reviewing the Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt with Throne playset.
Absolutely. So we're excited here to be back with another vintage collection figure. And this is what I'm really, really super excited about. He is pretty much hot off the press. He was a pre-order, and I pre-ordered him probably sometime, last fall? It's been a
Yes.
while, it took a long time to get him out. But this is going to be like I said, the vintage collection, or now the vintage collection, Jabba the Hutt with Throne. And that's the key. We've gotten several VC Job the Hutts. I think one with a sail barge, one standalone, right?
Yeah.
Just come with, I think maybe just the rail and the pit or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe like the Black Series did.
yeah. So while getting Jabba himself isn't quite so special, getting the throne is. We have not had a full throne released. Um, honestly, since the original 80s collection, we've got Jabba and the Throne,
Yeah.
which we do have that. Hopefully that's on the channel somewhere.
We should probably grab that.
Yeah. But but there is a catch with Hasbro as usual.
As
So
usual.
this is not the first time this throne has been released. Just the first
Dun,
time in the
dun,
vintage
dun.
collection. Yeah. So a little throwback on this throne. So this was actually released under, of course, a different line. This was pre-vintage collection. I'm not sure what it was called back then. And it was a Walmart exclusive. They released it for about, I don't know, maybe a year, less than a year. And so you're either lucky enough to grab one or you didn't. And then that was it. So, of course, as things usually do, time rolls along. There's obviously everybody wants a throne with their Jabba. We all have Jabbas. Nobody has thrones because they've only ever released two in the entire history of 40 plus year history of Star Wars. So you're either very lucky enough to have this one if you happen to get the Walmart exclusive, which most people didn't, or you had the original from the 80s. So needless to say, these thrones went absolutely crazy on the resale sites, selling for hundreds of dollars, especially this one because this is a great looking throne. As you see, as it comes around the picture there, it's just super, super nice looking. And yes, I believe it's actually probably better. I mean, I love the original, but I think this is probably the better throne. But we're going to compare them side to side as soon as we get them unboxed, and you guys can make the decision for yourself which one you like the best. So basically, what they've done is they went back to the drawing board. I'm sure they still had the molds, and brought this throne that they released over 10 years ago back into the VC line. And I'm sure it's got some new updates with paints and stuff like that, probably. But essentially, this is the same Walmart exclusive throne that come out, like I said, about a decade ago. So anyhow, but hey, I'm thrilled. I love the fact that it's back. It's available to the masses. Hopefully, they made a lot of these, and everybody can get one that wants one. I'm sure it's going to be crazy popular. Like I said, because getting a throne for Jabba is just not easy to do. Even the Black Series, he's over there. I'll grab him in a minute. But yeah, even the Black Series, when we just got him, it's great. But again, no throne. So we're gonna have to 3D
Well,
print
they're
our
rare.
own throne. Yeah, because all you get is the railing and the hookah pocket. So anyhow, without further ado, give us a few minutes and we will. Well, hold on a sec. I just want to show you this box a little bit better. I know you've kind of seen it, but it is VC, so the packaging is a huge part of it. It's kind of heavy too. It was smaller than I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be, so I think they've really packed everything in here. But anyhow, if you'll take a look there, this might have been, like I said, the re-release may have been back in like Power of the Force days, something like that.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see in the picture how nice it looks. I do love the packaging, the VC packaging, because that is definitely different than its original release. There's old Jabba, and there it is in the back. And like I said, this one just looks a whole lot like um, the uh, the one in Return of the Jedi. It's probably the most realistic throne that Hasbro's ever done. And then there we go there. Jabba kind of the down view. So we should have lots of parts and accessories with this thing, which Boog has sworn not to lose. So, and then, so it just says Jabba the Hutt, of course. And then here it says action play sets. And over here it says BD8 and Salicious Crumb. So we're going to get two exclusive figures to this set, which is awesome. And again, the set was $80, like I said, on the pre-order. So, but we are going to get two exclusive figures in the VC line. So that's kind of, but there's the bottom. All right. All right, give us a few minutes. We're going to unbox it and we'll all just kind of check it out together.
We're back.
All right, folks. This is him. I can adjust the camera a little bit so you guys get the full picture there. So, vintage collection Jabba and his throne playset, as they call it. Um, wow, there's kind of a lot going on here,
Yeah.
but I I love it. I think it's really great. Um, what do you think, Boo?
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
A lot more realistic, I think, as far as like his what his real throne looked like in Return of the Jedi. Um, Lots of accessories. You get lots of these pillows, rugs. The actual throne itself. Um, I think the only thing I really don't care for too much about is that the railing is not attached, and I feel like that should have been attached. That would have made it a whole lot easier to kind of deal with, but it's not. It kind of free balls around. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought that would have been attached, and I still may attach it with some E6000.
Yeah.
We've been known to do something like that before,
Yes.
just so it's not falling off all the time when you're playing with it or moving around or whatever. But yeah, overall, I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love the detail on it, the artwork. Um, I never realized how much it's just a concrete slab. So with
Yeah.
cracks in it is his throne. but but like I said, but it's, I guess because in the movies, it's obviously the palace is very dark and it's got all these coverings on it. But with all this added on, it looks very very nice, and it's really a great looking throne. There's plenty of room up here for all the other figures you would want to get up there. And like I said, I think it's fantastic. Really, it's
Yeah.
very very cool. Um, Now, give us a second. We're going to remove Jabba, and then we'll show you what he looks like, and then what the throne looks like with him off of it, and kind of just keep rolling from there.
We are back with Jabba.
Yeah, so of course this is the VC Jabba. A
Yes.
lot of you probably already have him because he's been released for quite some time, just as a standalone, VC figure. So, like I said, he does come with the playsets, as he should. So,
Yes.
but not a lot to write home about here. This is definitely not my favorite Jabba they've ever released, but he is the one they've been going with since they've had the vintage collection. It's He's not bad. I mean, he's just I think to me he's a little small. I thought Jabba should be a little bigger than this
Yeah.
as far as scale goes. Um, and that's probably my biggest complaint about it. Other than that, I think it's great. I just feel like he's just too small, compared to a 3 3/4 inch figure. I should have brought Luke up to kind of show you that point.
Yeah.
But the paint on him is very good. He does have articulation, some articulation in his arms, to kind of give it that VC feel, because that's what VC is all about, getting all the articulation and the realism. Um, and the paint on him is very, very good. Like I said, I have no complaints with it at all. He's kind of got the green, tannish browns up front. So pretty nice there. And then we're going to do a couple quick comparisons because we have a few Jawas here. So obviously, this is the one that comes with the throne playset. And now we'll bring in the. I even get them confused. I have to be
This
careful
is
here.
the cell barge.
So, cell bar's Java. So, we'll probably have to come in close so you'll be able to tell any kind of difference at all. It's pretty much the exact same figure, the exact same mold anyway. We just got a little bit of a different paint, and that's about it. Like I said, same wrist, elbow articulation, moving the head, boob showing that one. So pretty much your exact same figure that you got with the cell barge. The only difference is the paint, and that's why I do prefer this one over the one that came with Throne, because I just happen to love the drool, and I think the more of the drool and stuff like that they are able to add in, uh, the more it looks like Jabba, the grosser he looks.
Then it's probably going to be very. What you see our favorite is probably going to be very obvious. That's what's making it our favorite.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And for some reason, hold yours up so I can see him good. And for some reason, I'm just looking at paint. It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's definitely a. I think it's definitely more. There's definitely more. It's more like a Orange is yellow over here.
Okay, yeah. So for me personally, I prefer this paint job also. So I not only prefer having the drool, but I just prefer this look that it fits. What do you think, babe?
Disagree.
Okay, so you prefer the one that came with the throne?
Yes.
You like that look better? All right, very good. And so next up, so again, that was
Cell barge Jabba.
Cell Barge Jabba. And next up, we're going to have a regular VC standalone Jabba. And this is how he was released. Also, once again, I feel like a broken record here. The exact same figure.
Again.
Yes, again. Just a slightly different paint job. This time we have no drool. And same articulation in the arms. Same articulation there. And we'll kind of just compare all this together. So this one here is going to be the Throne Jabba, right?
Yeah.
Make sure I don't get it wrong here. And then we're here with just regular VC Jabba. And then Boog will bring up Cell Barge Jabba. How many Jabbas can you have? So, which Jabba is your favorite?
Yes, let us know in the comments down below.
Exactly. As you can see, their paint on all three of these are different. So, really, we could have like the whole Jabba clan here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, especially with the other two we have.
Yeah, which one is Jabba the Hutt?
Yes.
And, yeah, his cousin and his brother.
Yes.
The Hutt clan.
Yes.
So, yeah, like I said, it's just kind of personal opinion as far as which one you like is better. But these are all three the same figure. So, anyway. And moving on to our the last Jabba. So, this is not the same figure. Our last two are not the same. This one is, I believe, Power of the Force. Maybe Jabba. It's definitely not a VC Jabba. It was pre-VC. He's got some age on him. And here he is.
All his glory.
Yes, in all his glory. What I loved about him, again, he did not come with the throne, but he did come with a lot of them come with just this, the railing and the hookah pot. So he did come with that. And the cool thing about him is that you can pop this tongue out and put in the hookah pipe.
Yeah.
And then when you're tired of that, you can go back with the tongue.
Yes.
And I love this feature. That was absolutely awesome. I love the tongue. And so therefore, since you get the tongue effect with this one, this was always been one of my favorite Jabbas. Yeah, and that's actually why I ordered it.
Yeah, this is currently our main Jabba right now.
Yeah, so let's put him up against one of the VCs and just kind of take a look.
I guess the one that came in the set.
Okay, so I think this was definitely a little bigger.
Yeah.
But I mean, immediately that looks more like Jabba to me.
Yeah.
Like as far as the face details, the sculpt and stuff, that looks a lot more like Jabba than this likeness.
Yeah.
Then again, so this one you have some articulation here, but you don't have articulation in the elbows or the wrists like you do on that one. But you do have it here. So, it's kind of just depends on, what version you like. But having the drool with this one and the tongue action, that's what sold me on him. And I really, really like this Jabba a lot just because of that.
And that is the current Jabba that we have. Given the greatest honor that we could give a Jabba.
Yes.
He is the one in the Jabba's palace.
In the diorama.
Yes.
Yes. And really because he kind of has like a mini throne in the cell barge. So his cheeks won't even fit on that. So that's where this one resides. One of these. Yeah, so let me look see if I can see the year. Sometimes it's printed on here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So Good Lord, is he that old? I think that says 1988.
1998.
1998, Hasbro. So yes, your 1998 Jabba the Hutt.
Yes.
Pre-VC. So 98, 2008, he was 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Jared feels
2018, 20 years?
Jared feels insanely old right now.
6 years old? Oh, God, yeah.
Jared feels insanely old right now. Jared goes
getting old. Unbelievable. So anyway, the 1998 Jabba. So literally your sister was 1 when he was born.
It was created.
Craziness, yes. All right, so we're going to slide them out.
Or at least when his mold was first used.
Oh, he already kind of snuck himself in here. The original. The one that started it all.
The even older one.
Yes, the even older one. Let's get over, guys. Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. It's The original not VC, just the original was a VC back then. The original Kenner Jabba.
Yes.
I'm not going to say this set's 100% complete, but it's very close. This is the original Salacious Crumb figure.
Which we
And
will be comparing with the Salacious Crumb that came in this set later
yeah,
on.
original Jabba, and it's in terrific shape. It's absolutely awesome. We have a friend of ours who runs a vintage toys company. We bought it off of him, and I don't think we paid anything crazy, maybe $60. I think I paid more for that one, the newest one we just got, than I did for this guy. But he's great to have in the collection, and this is a very, very nice throne set. Um, I've always loved it. This is what's been in our diorama for years.
In fact, yeah, this has been what our Damarama has been for the last few years.
Yeah, this Java just got the boot, and then we kind of went with it like this, which is very, very nice. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It looks great. But this is what it came with.
Yes.
So, and like I said, this was like 1983 when 1984 when Return of the Jedi came out. That's when this set was released, and it's still one of the greatest play sets in the world as far as I'm concerned. I loved it when I was a kid, still love it now. There's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. Still holds up very, very much. And yes, the rail is attached. So, unlike our new one, apparently. But I just want to kind of show you this guy. So here's Salacious. Center Salacious.
Yeah, we'll get the new VC US Salacious later on.
And, the typical hookah pipe. There you go. I think same thing. This come off. You've got some nasties in here, for some nasty frogs for Jabba to snack on. So yeah, this is just a fun set. And this was always kind of weird, but I guess it's something they just thought about doing. So this is supposed to be, I think, the trap, down there where the Rancor pit is. But of course they can't fall very far. But it's good storage. I used to keep my figures in here all the time.
Yeah.
But it is kind of lame if you're just gonna be like, there's a microscopic Rancor in there. But yeah, you can see kind of all the bones and stuff. So so I'm just gonna say that, like I said, yeah, his job is it's where he sits. If he has a little gas or something, it's ventilated, goes down, and that kind of thing. I don't know. It was always strange.
Ventilation,
yeah,
new one.
But let's compare thrones now, and then we'll just kind of go from there. All right, so I'm gonna slide all these millions of Jabbas out of the way. Yes, Jabba, Jabba Junior, Jabba Senior, Miss Hutt. All right, jeez. Okay,
we have to paint lipstick on one of them.
Yes, definitely. And and by the way, Boo, you might want to mention that.
And it's much smaller.
It is. You're right. It definitely is that. But I was thinking, what else? It has wheels.
Yes.
This one actually rolls. It's pretty realistic. Yeah. The throne did roll. This one does not have wheels. So here we go. So as far as I know, the only two Jabba's thrones in existence. I mean, there is a mini one in the cell barge, but that's not really his throne. This is it. So, there's pros and cons to both. But I'm just kind of looking at both of them, taking them in.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Boo?
I think they're both awesome.
Okay. Yeah. You think one edges out the other a little bit? Realism,
maybe
playability. What are you thinking?
Well, we always save our thoughts at the end.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, so we'll just talk about the differences. So, like I said, this one you've got, like I said, we just talked about the amazing trapdoor system here. You've got the gargoyles or whatever those things are on the front. You don't have them on the end, but you do have the railing. The railing on this one is kind of small, does not go all the way back like it should. But it has the hookah pipe and the snacks inside. So there's that. And, it's got some detailing with the brickwork around it. And then we have the new and improved vintage collection, Jabba's Throne.
Yes.
So, like I said, you get, and again, you can see that's kind of why I don't like it, but it's just kind of free balls around, doesn't attach. I think I would definitely attach that.
Yeah.
But you get all these, I really have to take it off so you can see the throne itself. You get all these pillows, um, these throw rugs, what, like three of these? So
Yeah.
like skins of some sort of furry creature.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I hope. Well, it doesn't look like Chewie. I think it's something else.
Yay.
All right. So now you can actually see this throne. Get it down to the bare essentials. So yeah,
It's
it's
pretty much just a giant block.
absolutely it is. And but I just saw the bottom. This first time I've seen it, and that's actually pretty cool. So you have the wheels, which is awesome, but you also have the mechanics down here of how the throne works because it kind of moves around. And I'm sure this thing is super heavy, so it's
Yeah.
actually mechanical, and that's how he moves around. It's almost like a wheelchair for Jabba
Yeah.
because he can't go anywhere without it. Well, I mean, I guess he
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
can,
I'm
but
pretty sure in the movies, like it's just his guards that like pushes it back and forth or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. But it's actually got a whole mechanical system here underneath it, so that's pretty cool. Um, I do like how they brought these all the way around to the end. The original throne does not have them on the ends, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
And also the little loops also move up and down.
Oh, okay, yeah. So these actually move. That's nice, and it's got, like I said, it's got a very cool paint job. I really like that a whole lot. Very, very cool. All right, so now we have throne versus throne. All right. So I guess now we've kind of discussed all the Jabbas that we care to talk about.
Actually, we still have to get to the figures that this one came with.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. And we've discussed all about the thrones that we can possibly discuss.
Yes.
So, and like you said, I guess size. So we'll just kind of size them up here. But like we said, um, let's go this way. Move that for a second. As it comes off, you can see that, yes, the original Kenner one is a good bit taller, maybe half an inch taller and longer
Yeah.
and longer. So kind of even. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is just a little bit bigger.
Yes.
So there's that too. All right, so that's enough about the thrones. Let's
Get to the figures.
yeah, we're gonna open. We're gonna take another little break, and then we'll come back and
First, I guess.
oh yeah, let's go over the
Show
figures
show off
first.
the
Right,
packaging.
absolutely. So these are the two figures you get with it.
So we get a new Salacious B. Karama.
Yes, and look at that. It's a mini packaging.
Yes.
Never seen a BC figure like that. And make sure you show them the number, dude.
Yes, it is number uh, 66A.
Yes, I don't know when they started doing that. Maybe they could have just started doing it because he's 66A. So I don't know. I'm at a loss to try to figure out what they. Oh, sorry, a little sleepy here. There too. Yeah, sorry. It's getting late in the evening here. But yeah, I don't. I'm not sure what they've done there with the order. 66A. So if anybody's up to date on this on the vintage collection,
Maybe
and
the
how
A.
they do their
Maybe the A means that it's like a subcategory.
yeah,
Something.
maybe. Right. But yeah, we would love to know if you kind of know how that works. And then anyway, the next one is going to be AD8. Love this guy.
Yes.
Absolutely cool. As far as I know, first time in the line for vintage collection for him. Um, yeah, he is going to be absolutely fantastic. Thrilled to have him. And he comes in at PC 325. Jeez, it's hard to believe we're already at 325.
Yeah.
Seems like we were at wasn't it Ahsoka that made 300?
There was a
Was it
Hera.
Ahsoka? Hera, that's right. The Ghost made
Yeah.
300. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, we actually got a lot of newer VC figures we need to get on the channel.
Yes.
We've been slacking on that. So, anyway, like his packaging stuff, absolutely amazing. So, Boo's going to get these opened up. We'll review the figures and wrap all this up. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, we are back with
Yes.
AD8 and Salacious B. Crumb.
Absolutely. These are the two included figures in the package. So you get a vintage collection, Salacious E. Crumb.
B. Crumb.
B. Crumb, sorry. And I think, as far as I know, this could be the first time in the line. But if you guys know for sure, please correct us and let us know. But he has a weird BC 66 A. So, but I would think no, there's no way that it could be the first time in the line because they've done the cell bars in the vintage collection. Another Jabba, so it can't be his first time in the line, I don't think. But there he is. Do you have any articulation with Mr. Chromebook?
Yes. Actually, I think this is a new sculpt, I think.
Oh.
So we get full head articulation. arm swivel. As always, I want to be careful with this since it is very thin.
Yes.
And then leg swivel all the way around. Then waist swivel. And spin tail also spins. And that's pretty much it.
Nice. All right. So there's Salacious. I'll move him back over here on the throne.
Well, we look at 88.
Come down a little bit so you can see Salacious and the throne. All right. There he is.
Here's 88.
Yes. And he is basically the torture droid, the one that you see, it's just a short clip, but you see him torturing all the droids there for a minute when R2 and 3PO get shoved in there. He's doing the stamps on their feet, especially on the poor Gonk droid.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember correctly, I think he does some serious damage to an R5 too. So yeah. So we'll just call him the droidable lector. But it's awesome to have in line. I don't know, like as far as I know, it's first time in the BC collection.
Yeah, I think it is.
So it's great to get him. And I think honestly, these two is probably what's driving up the price point on this whole set. But any articulation with him, Boo? Like he's built a lot like the Roger Rogers.
Yes and no. So we get full head swivel. Arm goes all the way around at the shoulder, no elbow or arm out.
Okay.
Then let's see. So we do get swivel at the waist. And then kicking to the moon kick.
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he could definitely kick some serious
And
droid butt.
all the way back.
Oh yeah.
And the foot goes forward up to there and back to there.
Nice. All right. And there he is. I think they did a pretty good job with him. I like his details. They hit all the hot spots, which they normally do with the vintage collection.
Yeah.
And then you kind of see the back there. So not bad at all. The face, the biggest thing with him. He almost has a human-like face.
Yeah.
And they absolutely did nail that. So I kind of love that about him. But yeah, so that's it. And then Boog, I think we already showed these, but there's his card back. BD8, which when I first glance at it, I always think it says Bob.
No, it's 88.
88, that's right. 88. So,
yes.
So there's that. So now I think we're kind of at the end. Boog, will you put everything back together on this throne? And we're just going to give our final thoughts and we'll wrap it up. I think the video's probably been long enough.
It's been 5 hours long. Finally gonna end it.
Right. And I'll just roll over the original here. Goes with boobs. And to be fair, of course, let's get Salacious a little closer. Have they outdone Kenner? I guess it's kind of the question here. Is this worth your $80 to pick up? Or if you already got this guy and he's in your diorama, like he kind of was for us, or at least the throne was, is this good enough? So now, to be fair, we do have, like you said, we do have some with the new throne. You get some accessories, these carpets, type thing. Quite a good many of those. You kind of lay in there to make it look better.
That we already looked at earlier on the video.
Yeah, I was just going to throw a few out there. Set Salacious on one. Yeah. So you don't want to sheech to freeze on the cold carpets, and then just put out a few of these just to, So we kind of have a good comparison. Because let's say this is part of it, and apparently Hasbro thought a very big part of it because they have you turn off the task manager?
No.
Oh, okay. So, and there's even more in here, obviously. All right. So, final thoughts. All right. So, I guess, like you said, this is kind of what I'm going to compare it to, and then we'll put this guy over here because he obviously comes with it. Getting the figures is great. Like I said, there we go. Make it look kind of nice. So you see everything we get.
Of course, Hasbro did not give him peg holes.
He did. They didn't. They failed. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. So number one, $80. This is what this is going to cost you. Then you see here, is it worth $80? My first thought is absolutely not. It is, to me, a $50 set at best. I know you get two figures, but I mean, they're very. This guy's a spec. He's a droid. Very little plastic used there.
Well, technically,
Um,
Jabba is also a figure that's kind of included.
okay, so Jabba is the figure, but again, he's nothing special, especially if you've already got one. He's just like
True.
everybody else, you know. So just like vintage, just like the regular VC when they released, just like the one with the cell barge, and so on and so forth. So I've always preferred this Jabba over this Jabba. I think number one, the size. I feel like the size here is more appropriate. It's what it should be. And I love the articulation. He wiggles his head and his tail moves. How awesome is that?
Yes.
So like I said, is the paint better on this? Yeah. Um, this is a little more poop green, but for a 1983 figure, they nailed this pretty good. This is not bad at all. So anyway, so back to this one. Like I said, this kind of all I have to compare it to. Same thing with Salacious. Um, is that Salacious probably better and more detailed? Yes, but this still looks like him. And it's a whole lot bigger. It's not a spec, you
Well,
know.
actually, that's this one's probably more accurate to how it actually was in the movie.
Yeah, probably so. But I do love the paint job on this throne. I do love the fact it has the wheels. I think that's very, very cool. But of course, like you said, they gave you no peg holes on top of the throne to be able to put your figures. So they're going to topple over anytime you move the throne. So that's an issue for me. They didn't attach the
Unfortunately, no go kart go kart
yeah.
road racing for drop. Unfortunately,
Didn't even bother to attach the railing. So again, that's some one more piece to move around when you're playing. It's going to fall off. I'll probably glue that one if we end up using it in our diorama in our Java's palace. But and then I guess the last and biggest gripe is the part that makes it so nice. They're cloth and they just kind of free ball everywhere. So if you have a cat, even if you have a ceiling fan, anything like that in your room, open the window, got a breeze. These things are going to go everywhere, and I mean you'll never be able to keep up with them. If they were insistent on doing it in cloth like this, they should have at least made Velcro points. I think to have on here. But what I would have preferred to have seen them do is actually make a lot of this stuff just into the throne. When they could have just made it into the throne, painted it, that would have been plenty good enough. Versus all these little loose things that are just going to fall, and that kind of just look okay. They even look that great, do you? I mean, they just, I mean, here you can look down and see how kind of them. They might could have done a better job, but they just kind of lay there, and I mean, the pillows
that's
curl
kind
up,
of
and
that's kind of their job is just to play that.
yeah, yeah. So like I said, I just think if it was they were kind of molded in and just painted there, it would have looked a whole lot better. Um, so
But also, I think there's also a pretty fair disclaimer here that Dad is very picky about his job as throne. So this is like a kind of disclaimer for that.
this maybe I do love the fact that it is more correct, and it goes this one. We turn it around.
Goes
What
all
am I say on? It
it
goes
goes
all the
all the way
way
around.
around him like it's supposed to.
And because we get the pillows and like the carpets, that's another thing that's more accurate that the vintage one does not have.
Yeah, did you see this one doesn't go all the way around? So yeah, I mean it definitely has some pluses, but I felt like it just come up a little bit short of what it could have been. Um, but again, this is a repaint, a repack from the early 2000s. So it's not like they just went out and just made come this and made up this and just produced it. So um, I kind of feel like it. Well, they've already done the Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was going to think, well, maybe that'll be a HasLab. But I just remember they already done the palace. So, and it wasn't a HasLab, which is great. Um, but and I can't remember what throne it came with. I'd have to look and see.
Today, I don't think it came with one.
Didn't even come with a
I
throne.
don't think
Ah,
so.
okay. So that's probably why they picked this one to do give people a throne because everybody else probably having to use this guy.
Yeah.
But so anyway, like I said, that's the end of my thoughts. Like I said, as far as it goes, is it terrible? No, it's not terrible. It's not horrible. Just a little overpriced for me for what you get. I would have preferred it to been just a little bigger and a little less stuff that's going to blow around and end up who knows where. So that's my thoughts. Boo, go ahead.
Um. Okay. So, I will say this throne is probably possibly 10 times more accurate than this one is because it's pretty much it looks like a cinder block, and it looks like a cinder block in the movie. Like it doesn't have like all these holes in it from the that that one has. So you have it like falling into like the Rancor pit.
Yes, that's only 2 inches deep.
Yes. So I will say that it definitely does have that as its advantage, is that it is definitely much more accurate to the movie than this one is. But other than that, I really agree with Dad on most of it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it on the video as he's talking, and I'm like, okay, before I look at it, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I will give it that. And like Boo said, it is way more movie accurate for sure. You know,
definitely.
and I'm sure. Sorry, I was very thirsty there. I'm sure I'm biased. Like I said, this is the one I played when I was a kid, so um, you kind of have that bias sometimes. Like I said, you want to whenever you do something, you want to see them, blow the original out of the water. And while, like I said, it does have a lot of pluses, I don't think that's the case at all. This still holds up very well.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, if if you have that Jabba the Hutt playset of his throne room, um, then that would definitely probably be something you would need and want to be looked for, and it's probably made more to scale as that playset is versus this. But anyway, I think that's it. So overall, I'm just going to give it. We'll call
Well,
it.
actually, Dad needs to make the decision here. Which one is he going to use in the palace?
Oh yeah, that's tough. That's very tough.
Does Dad go for accuracy or childhood bias?
Yeah, that is the tough part. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we'll probably use the new one for a while just because it's new and fresh. And then if he gets on my nerves too bad, then he'll just be the original will be up on the shelf and ready to move in.
Yeah, we'll probably have it like uh, this with our favorite Jabba.
Yeah, now that's more like it. I'm definitely liking that. Yep. And like I said, so we'll
It's
use the
like
new throne. We're going to use this Jabba because we just love the whole tongue sticking out, nastiness part of him.
yes.
And this set will go up on the shelf. Um, so yeah, I think that's what we'll go with for our Jabba's palace, something like that. All right. I guess it's time for our review. So as a playset is concerned, I'm going to give this 3.5 stars. Like I said, and I think I've already explained kind of what my feelings are on it. Boo, go ahead. What's your ranking going to be?
I'm going with the full 4 stars here.
Okay. All right.
Because mainly because of that it is more accurate to what the it is very accurate to what the movie portrayed.
Gotcha. And the reason, like I said, my knocks for it not being higher than 3.5 stars. Number one, the price. I feel like it's a bit overpriced for what it is.
Yeah.
And number two, like I said, I would have liked a few things done differently, maybe a little bit larger, and some of this stuff painted on, made into the mold versus just free balling around. But anyway, that's just me.
It also probably takes up another point that me and Dad like it more with a different job.
Yeah, and I'm never thrilled about the vintage collection Jabba. He's just ho hum. So anyway,
To the Hut clan you go.
yes. So this one shall become. I'll put a pink bow on her head. It'll be Mrs. Hutz.
Yes.
Well, all right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We've reached our goal of 700. We're moving past it. So next goal up is going to be 1,000 before New Year's Day. So we're going to try to hit. It's a lot, but hopefully it'll happen for us. So if you guys like what we're doing, always like, share, all that good stuff. We truly appreciate it, and it helps the channel out a lot. And we keep bringing these cool videos to you. So we'll see you on the next one.
Make sure you like, subscribe, everyone. Bye.
So long.